You decided to start using a bullet journal. In today's video, I'm sharing with you 5 supplies you'll need to start your first creative journal, but on a budget. Hello everyone, welcome to the channel. My name is Christina. If you've stumbled across this video, chances are you're new to the bullet journaling world. In short, bullet journaling is a customizable planner that can be used for anything from tracking your day-to-day task to keeping track of your habits. In today's video, I'm sharing with you 5 stationery supplies you'll need to start your first creative bullet journal. Disclaimer, there's always a disclaimer. When bullet journaling, you really only need a pen and a bullet journal. That's it, especially if you're using Ryder Carroll's bullet journaling method, which I will leave a link to that video down below. But if you plan on using bullet journaling as a creative outlet, then keep watching this video. Earlier, I emphasized budget because if you are a first-time bullet journaler, chances are you don't have many supplies and you don't want to invest hundreds and hundreds of dollars into stationery supplies when you might not even like bullet journaling. So today's budget, we are going to stick under $50. We have quite a bit of supplies to get through. Let's dive right in. First and foremost, the only marker set you need is the Crayola Super Tips. I love this marker set because you get so many markers for such a reasonable price. The best way to describe the nib is it's a triangle. The very tip is pointy or sharp, so you can get these really fine lines, but then you can press down hard enough to get thicker lines. So you're able to use these markers to write in calligraphy. These markers are perfect for jumpstarting your first creative bullet journal. There are so many pens to choose from, but my favorite are the Sharpie S-Gel pens. These pens actually went viral on TikTok and now people can't stop using them, but I love using these because they're easy to write with, it glides. I love that you have options as well. So this one is just their white casing, but you can also buy just a regular black pen. This one writes with black ink, but this is, I think, just their fancy version. This particular set is size medium, 0.7 millimeter. And yeah, 4 pens for, I think it's about $4.47, and it's easy to find. You can find it at a Target, a Walmart, probably a grocery store. So these are a must-have. This is the Moleskine hardcover dotted journal. You can easily find this at Target. You can order it off Amazon. This is a super easy bullet journal to find. It's not going to take weeks for it to come in. But it has all of the usual things that a bullet journal has. It has an adjustable strap here, a pocket in the back of the journal, and most journals have 2 ribbons, but this one only has 1. Now, there's a total of 240 pages in this notebook. I don't know if you're gonna be able to tell on camera, but this isn't a true white, like in terms of the color of the page. There's a warmth to it, like a yellow undertone. I actually like that, I prefer that because it's either really warm looking, a true white, or it's so white that there's a blue undertone. The only downfall with this bullet journal is that the paper quality is 80 GSM, so you will get a bit of ghosting, but we're gonna do a pen test real quick. You can order the classic Moleskine dot grid journal on Amazon for $21. The 2 pens I'm testing out in this notebook are the Crayola Fine Tips and S-Gel Sharpie. The 2 writing utensils I showed earlier in this video, Here, you'll see a bit of ghosting from both writing utensils. I wanted to mention this notebook in this video because it has such a great price tag. Especially if this is your first time bullet journaling, it's important to use an inexpensive notebook to really get the hang of bullet journaling. Why spend so much money on a dot grid notebook if you're not sure bullet journaling is for you? Here I have a second bullet journal. This is the Moleskine Pen Plus. This notebook actually comes with a pen that transfers everything that you write into this notebook digitally. But the reason I purchased this wasn't because of that feature. It's because the paper quality is 100 GSM, which makes a total difference in terms of what markers and pens you can use on the paper. Now it has the usual things. There's a strap around the notebook, a pocket in the back, and then this one does not have a ribbon. And I think the reason for that is because of the binding here. This is more round and the pages even spills over the cover of the journal. I don't know, I really like this, design detail. It just makes it look a little bit more unique. But the paper, like I said, is 100 GSM. And there's a bit of I don't know how to describe it because it isn't warm or blue. I can see warmth, but there's a gray, grainy look to the pages. In this journal, there's gonna be a total of 176 pages. I really like the overall design of the Moleskine Pen Plus. I had to mention a second dot grid notebook for those who can't ignore the ghosting that was found in the Moleskine Classic. That's just how it is if you're purchasing a journal for around $20. That usually means the paper is relatively thin. So I'm using the same two writing utensils I used earlier, and you'll see here the ghosting is very minimal. You can barely see it. The Moleskine Pen Plus is a couple dollars more, rounding up at $25. Now this is a given. Because you are using pens and markers, you're gonna need whiteout. This here is Bic whiteout. You can easily find this at any store. This is, I feel like, the most common all-American brand for whiteout. If you were to buy, let's say a Japanese aesthetic, something that's been imported, then yeah, it's gonna cost a little bit more because you're buying for the aesthetic. This here is just pure practicality. Last but not least is a circle stencil. Now, the reason why I mention this versus a ruler is because you can use this for multiple things. You can use the edge here as a ruler. You could change things up in your bullet journal, and instead of having a 90-degree corner, you can make the corners rounded. Obviously, you can use it to create circles in your bullet journal, but circle stencils also really help with hand lettering. And last month for my bullet journal setup, this helped me with getting those perfect rounds when I was drawing out a B or an M. So I love that you can use this for multiple things. But the only thing I don't like about this particular one, this one is from Michaels, it's the Artist Loft brand, but I wish this was compact. I wish you could fold this and then put it in a pencil case. I'm sure something like that exists, but any sort of circle stencil would be useful, so. Alrighty, here is the fun part. It's time to add everything up. Now, our goal for this video was to stick to $50 or less. If you're purchasing the Moleskine Classic, all 5 products total at $50.43 before taxes. Now, if you want to spend a little bit more instead of the Moleskine Classic, I mentioned the Moleskine Pen Plus. Now, that plus the 4 other supplies add up to $54.63 before taxes. In the bullet journaling world, it's easy to spend hundreds and hundreds of dollars on stationery supplies, especially when you see what everyone else is using. You want to try new products too. But something I've learned since I've started bullet journaling is to keep it minimal, like only have supplies I know I'm going to use. So this video is about sticking to practical stationery supplies when starting your first creative bullet journal. Just a reminder, I will leave links to the products down in the description. The reason I included all 5 of these stationery supplies in this video is because these are 5 items I use every single day when I'm working out of my bullet journal. So I hope this video was helpful. Please consider subscribing to the channel and clicking that notification bell so you know exactly when I post. I'll see you all next time. Bye!